Okay, so this is going to be the TCP congestion control. So right now we're gonna have the transmission and divides. We're gonna have no no threshold when the network starts. So for the first transmission, we start by transmitting 2 to the 1 bytes, which is 2. For the second transmission, we're going to be transmitting 2 to the 2, which is 4. For the third transmission, we're going to be doing 2 to the third, which is 8. And then 2 to the fourth, which is 16 and 32. Now, what if in between the third and the fourth transmission, there is a timeout? So, what? There is timeout. Well, if there is a timeout here, the threshold is going to be 8. This becomes the threshold. So the one before. Okay, and let's just pretend that this didn't happen. Let's pretend that we don't have a timeout, we don't have a threshold, and we keep going. We have 64. Why 64? Well, the congestion window for us is going to be 64. 64 bytes. And let's say we keep on transmitting 64, and then for the fourth time there is 64, and we didn't get an acknowledgement back. So this times out. And so what if there is a timeout in between 9 and 10? There was a timeout. Well, at this point we experience threshold for the first time, and we're gonna go back again. We're gonna go down. Well, when there is threshold, we start growing linearly, but since we can't grow anymore, we're gonna go by the timeout. When we time out is when we go back to transmitting the smallest amount of bits that we can transmit, which in this case is 2 to the first. So 2, and then 4, and then in the other transmission is going to be 8, and then 16, and then 32, and then let's say threshold here is reached. So at threshold we grow linearly. So we start adding 2. So 32 plus 2 is 34. 34 plus 2 is 36. 38. And then let's say there was a timeout right here in between 16 and 17. There was timeout, so we go back again to 2, 4, 8, 16, 20. So in this case there was a timeout, and wait, where is it? Timeout, threshold. So let's say we have a timeout and threshold at the same time. We're gonna go back down as if we were timeout. We're now gonna start growing linearly. We're gonna give priority to the timeout, and we're gonna go back to 2. If there is threshold on its own, then yes, we're gonna start growing linearly. And that's how you do the TCP congestion control.